Okay, this event is called ERTech. It's one big umbrella event that brings you 3 conferences over 2 days, 1,600 delegates, 91 exhibitors, and that makes that Australia's largest education technology exhibition and conference.
The 2012 ERTech Technology in K-12 Education National Congress is Australia's biggest technology exhibition. ERTech was home to almost 100 exhibitors and more than 1,600 delegates for 3 days at Sydney's Darling Harbour. Key decision makers and opinion leaders got together with leading industry representatives to review the latest technology developments and discuss the issues underpinning the proliferation of technology in the education space. Education Review Tech Guide was there, so let's take a look at what a selection of frontline educators had to say.
It's a great conference bringing together people from across the whole spectrum, and I love the way it's focused on K-12 because it recognises the centrality of the whole business is about kids learning in today's world, and the challenges we face with a range of technologies to help them learn better in a connected online world. Technology doesn't teach anyone. It's a tool in the hands of good teachers. So our focus is around building the capacity of good teachers and making sure they understand the range of tools that they have with these rich technologies. The things that are coming are really scary. So what we've got to do is say, well, what's schooling look like? How can we use these tools to help us do what we want to do rather than we need to adapt to the tools? We focus on the business of making schools relevant first. So that's around the nature of learning and then the way you go about learning in today's world. Then we make very strategic and planned decisions around the tools that are available. And we go with proven technologies. We keep an eye on the opportunities of the future. And the final thing we do is get continuous feedback from our staff and our kids about what is over the horizon, because they're the ones who are pushing the boundaries. Our kids are now major app developers. So they know, so we actually ask them. And we look at the trends and we look at the directions and don't ignore them. And the response is to be open and to bring them in and test them, not ban them and ignore them.
We virtualised our network about 2 years ago, so we were one of the first in the state that virtualised their network for the government system, and so that's worked well. So that's been interesting coming here and looking at what the future of VMware and Octopus, and so that's exciting, and that's where I want to now lead where we are. You're constantly time poor, and with not having like a lot of the schools that are here, private schools in particular, have an IT staff of 4 to 12 people and still feel that it's not enough. I have 1 full-time tech and I'm part-time. So everything is time poor. So we have great ideas, but unfortunately we can't necessarily get those ideas into practice as quickly as we would like to.
The biggest challenges I've got sometimes comes with the willingness for some staff to change and be open to ideas with technology rather than just staying with the historic way of teaching. Most exciting aspects for me at the moment are interactive projectors we've got. We're moving into a one-to-one laptop program with our middle school and senior school, and so we're being able to adapt that in our teaching processes.
The biggest challenge, I think, is getting teachers comfortable with change. In my classroom, we've looked at, we've used iPads regularly so that kids bring their own devices into the classroom. So we don't have Facebook or anything like that being in a primary school, but we do have the blogging and the comments. Anything that goes out there is live, their parents can see it, and that's a big scary kind of issue for the kids. We've also got the local police officer to come in and talk about cyber safety and what's appropriate and inappropriate. If you're 10 years old and you're bullying, I guess, on the internet, you can be arrested, so that's scary. These kids are 9 and 10. Obviously, I've got a lot of technology at home and I'm into that, so if I come across something new, it's always new for the kids as well. I'm introducing that, or they come in and say, check out this app that I found, and we find a way we can integrate that into the classroom. Being the e-learning coordinator, I'm out of class for a day a week as well, so I can spend some of that time researching and seeing what's out there, and coming to something like this, you're always collecting ideas off of other people.
There's so much information out there, it's almost an overload. So it's about experimenting, it's about talking to people that are using technology and then looking at the needs of our community. I think the more impartial knowledge you can get, the better. There's a lot of people out there selling their products, and to decipher what is selling a product and what's actually going to benefit the children is really important. We've bought lots and lots of different technology and have been promised the world on lots of products, and then the support's not there. That's a really, really good question. It's very difficult to decide where to spend the money, and I think you need to really be out there looking at what's around and making informed decisions, not just going on the latest trend or what someone might suggest to you, but really having a look at your setting and looking at the contemporary learning that you're doing within your school and saying, what devices am I going to bring into that school that are going to enhance the children's learning in the school? What are the skills of the children? What are the skills of the staff? And then looking at what best fits what you can offer at your school. As educators, we look over a wide range of sources, and Education Review's always been one that's given us good information. A tech guide will just add to that, and it is something that I think principals and schools definitely will use. We have to make informed decisions. We need to look across a wide source of data and a wide source of different resources to make our decision, and something like the tech guide is something that I'd definitely go to have a look and see, is it in line with what we're thinking? Are there other products out in the market that are going to best serve our needs?
That was just a snapshot of the views of educators from the recent 2012 ERTech Technology in K-12 Education National Congress in Sydney. Next week we'll take a look at what leading industry representatives had to say at the Congress. Education Review Tech Guide is an exciting new publication aimed squarely at key technology decision makers in the education community. For regular updates or to subscribe or advertise, visit the website. We'd also like your feedback, so jump online and let us know what you'd like to see more of in Education Review Tech Guide.